fabulous creations, some good, some not so good. So we're looking forward a lot. We've got some really powerful tools that I think users are going to have a great time with.
Awesome. You never know what the community's going to do. They'll surprise you.
So we've got a whole bunch of moderation tools there because we know exactly that.
Yeah, they'll get you. Brian from Carrollton, Texas wants to know about car damage. Is it in this game?
Yes, yeah, we've got harm damage in now. So, so you can basically take scrapes, you can take dents, you can basically knock the wing mirrors, things like that. Have a little bits of the bodywork kind of coming off. We limit how far it can go. You know, we've got a great relationship with all these kind of top car manufacturers, and our game is not about smashing up these beautiful cars. You know, we love these cars. We think they're the most beautiful creations, and we respect them. We want to have some realism, so they take some damage, but we also want to, you know, reinforce the fact it's a game about owning beautiful cars. You don't smash these things up too much.
Absolutely. Is there an achievement for driving all around Ibiza?
Yeah, from the first game, right? Yeah, we have similar things in this one. We've got a whole bunch of new stuff as well. Again, some of them you can guess, some of them you've done before, some of them are new, and you're going to have a lot of fun finding those out.
You know that takes forever to do that.
Yeah,
I actually did that not long ago.
It's 2 times forever now.
Yeah, 2 times forever. Anthony Cucchetti from Warren, Michigan wants to know, in your opinion, what's the biggest difference between Test Drive Unlimited and this version, the second version?
Well, there's quite a lot. I mean, like I said, we touched on the handling, which is really significant because that really makes the whole game feel a lot more credible. You know, we're 4 years on, you know, our competition's doing some interesting stuff. So I think that, when you pick it up, you play the first game, you're going to go, wow, that feels, you know, really interestingly different. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff, but if you want to keep me to one.
I got a question about music. I think he's talking about the radio stations. Can you tell us about the music in the game?
Yeah, we do some really cool stuff with the radio stations, yeah, and we haven't started talking about it yet. So,
okay.
so I mean, I know some people in Europe are familiar with Ibiza, as we say in Europe, and Ibiza, as you guys say in America. There's a whole clubby scene, it's a holiday destination, think spring break, that's what happens there. So we've got a lot of kind of dance music and interesting stuff that you'd expect to find there. And there's a bunch of stuff that's going to be very familiar to the American audience as well.
Club scene in Ibiza is crazy, I've heard.
Yeah.
One of these days.
It's a lot of fun.
Well, you mentioned off-road racing, so was part of the reason behind redesigning your handling because you were doing off-road racing, or which came first?
Yeah, it wasn't specifically to do that. What we thought is, like, you know, 4 years on, we've really got to do a lot of things, and some of that comes out in the environment, some of it comes out in the avatar stuff, but really, it's a driving game, and we just felt, good as it was, because it was doing a lot of innovative things, it was reaching the top of the driving model. So we put the new driving model in because it needed the new driving model in. That brought us the ability to do other interesting things with these 4x4 vehicles, which is why we did that. And really, it sort of came out of the community behaviour. I mean, you played it, I played it, right? We really loved it. One of the first things you do go, oh cool, you just drive off-road. You go through the bushes and trees, and we thought, this pretty much writes itself. We can't take too much credit for this, you know, genius idea. It's like, you know, it writes itself.
So, can you give us an idea of how much, like percentage-wise, how much off-road, like drivable track there is compared to asphalt?
Yeah, well, it's probably about a third. It's probably about 2/3 asphalt and a third off-road, roughly speaking. A hell of a lot, yeah. And we don't restrict you to the off-road trails, of course. We've got whole modes in there. We know that people just went out and explored. So people just did that in the first game because it was beautiful, it's cool, they like to show off to their mates. We've got tons and tons of gameplay now, knowing that players do that anyway, to reward you. We've got lots of hidden stuff. We've got like wrecks that you can find. You collect 10 of them, you get a brand new car that you don't have to pay for. You can go around, you can take photographs. We have various interesting things we can do with the environment.
You know, there's a lot to do, but I have to say, one of the things I enjoyed about the original game was the fact that you could just load it up and drive around and have a good time.
Absolutely, you know? You can still do that, and it's more beautiful than ever. We've got day-night in there now. One of the things that a lot of the fans asked for this, they asked for a lot of things. One of them they asked for was that, so we put that in, so it's great by day, great by night. All these islands have been reimagined so that we can do that with the technology, Hawaii, of course. We've now got weather, we've got rain, so we go, you know, that affects the roads, it affects the environment, it affects the handling, and it looks, you know, cool as anything.
So do you have like a weather forecast, so if it's going to rain, you just stay indoors that day and just hang around the apartment?
We do actually, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, no, really, seriously.
I like that.
Basically, you go in your apartments, we've got interactive TVs you can go on, you can switch to the weather channel, it tells you tomorrow it's going to be raining, you go,
just
cool.
Stay inside.
Well, no, you can say, hey dude, it's like call up your mates online, you know, basically we've never done a raining chef, let's go in and race in the rain. We know it's going to be happening tomorrow, we've got that in there.
Nice. I'm getting a lot of questions about the number of cars. I don't know how much you can tell us. Can you just give us an idea of the different types of cars, whatever you can tell us about the car roster?
Yeah, so I mean, we haven't revealed too much about that yet. So what I can say is it's going to be roughly comparable to the first game in terms of the amount of cars and the type of manufacturers. And if you look at what we are revealing currently, we've got like 177, the Zonda Shenhua. These are really top $1 million plus cars, which are absolutely perfect for the kind of game we want to create. So they're indicative of what we will be talking about later.
Right. Somebody asked about minivans. I can tell you right now, there's no minivans in Test Drive Unlimited 2.
There's not minivans, but there is a caravan.
Okay, that's...
But I won't tell you too much more about that.
Let's see. Kieran, I don't know where Kieran's from, but he wants to know about police. Are they going to be in this game as well?
Police are in again.
Okay.
We've slightly reimagined how police work, and I'm really dying to start telling people about that, but there's a plan and it says don't talk about it yet, so I have to keep to that one for now. But we're going to be talking about cops in a while, and they're a lot of fun.
Awesome. Well, I have to say, like I said at the top, one of my most anticipated games. Well, final question: when you guys, we were just talking before we went on about how people are still playing the original game today. You guys don't even support the online anymore. Yes, people are still playing it, right?
Yeah, with 6,000 people every single day, regular as clockwork. After 4 years, well after we've released any content, play it, love it, talk about it. We've got a very, very active community, and we love those guys. And to be honest, they've helped really kind of design this game. We look at what they want, and then we give them that, plus things that we think we know they're going to want.
Yeah, well, bodes well for Test Drive Unlimited 2. Final question, when's the game coming out?
21st September.
All right, September 21st, Test Drive Unlimited. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate that. Can't wait for that game. Right now, it's time for a show floor segment. George Lopez is rapping. What the hell?